Every single day I get up, the first thing I do is look outside at the water and see what the water's doing, see what the day is gonna bring.
It's the most peaceful time on the lake.
It's a great way to catch the sunrise, spend time with each other, and we can be out there and back in time for work.
The first word that comes to mind is grateful.
I feel blessed every single morning.
Sometimes I'd come home and I'd just tear up.
Living the dream.
It feels like our own oasis.
Any day riding is a good day.
I remember how joyful my childhood was, and that he gets to do the same thing. That makes me feel good.
My goal is to spend the rest of my days out on a place like this.
Just being able to escape, everyday life here on this land, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Our getaway.
Home is family.
I cannot imagine
I couldn't imagine
I couldn't see myself
living anywhere else.
living anywhere else.
anywhere else. I'm Doug Johnson.
I'm Amy Johnson, and we live in Prior Lake, Minnesota.
Morning, kiddos. What do you guys want for breakfast?
A donut.
A donut? I think we can make that happen. Anna, you want some eggs?
Yeah.
We live here with our 2 children, Annika and Soren, and our dog Surf. Was that good? For us, home definitely is centered around our family and then our friends. Do you want to hang out with a buddy tonight, Soren? Have somebody over?
Sure.
Yeah, no sitting on a screen.
Then next after that would be the activities that we like to do.
Let's get your bags, let's go.
Time for school, kiddos.
Come on, Debbie, let's go.
A typical day for us does depend on work and life and everything else that things throw at you. But we do like to ski a couple times a week in the morning. That's something that Amy and I have always shared, and it's just kind of a way for us to spend time together, put the kids off to school, and it's just such a great way to start the day. If we can do that a couple times a week, that's perfect. And then, the rest of the week is, can we go surfing with the kids when they get home from school? Can we go get a sunset surf in? If we're going paddle boarding, or if it's windy, we're taking the sailboat out.
Wish me luck, Turpy.
So we definitely try to use it, every other day in some form or another.
Anytime I'm around a lake, I feel at home. I grew up in a town about an hour south of here, and I grew up on a lake 20 minutes outside of that town. So by the time I was 2, we were living on a lake and just have it in my blood. We spent hours and hours by the lake, on the water, whether it be tubing, fishing, swimming, just being outside, enjoying the water.
Nice set, babe. For me growing up, my summers looked a lot like going to Grandma and Grandpa's cabin up in northern Minnesota. So, going up north, having those experiences, I think kind of carried through into later in life when it was, time to choose, a partner and choose where you live. That was always a consideration, I think. So when we started looking for a place on the lake, we definitely had a pretty long list of wants and needs. We wanted it to have sunset-facing views. We wanted a great elevation. All of these things, because we had been around water so much of our lives.
Growing up, my dad always talked about building houses and always facing the sunset. I think part of it is just the beauty of the sunset. And then the other part is you always have that warmth as well, opposed to the shady facing east. In Minnesota, you want the warmth.
The lot was more important than anything else.
So about 2 years ago, we started to build this house.
So we forewent doing anything else and then put all of our efforts and energy into building a home that we could continue raising our kids in. Single level living on this house was important for us, really. We wanted to be kind of flowing around the house, like everybody on the same plane, on the same level. So for us, kind of that single level was two things. It was one, keeping our family more connected, and then two, we didn't need more space. Like everything that we needed, we could really put on one level and just enjoy that instead of having a bunch of stairs to go up and down or different areas that we really didn't need.
We wanted one big living area. We wanted the living room, kitchen, dining room all in one zone. So we really wanted to utilize that space. That was the main section of the house that we put a lot of thought into.
With this mono pitch design, you end up with kind of a taller wall facing the lake. And so what better way to just showcase the outdoors and just to stack it full of windows and truly bring the outside light and nature in. I mean, you're catching bald eagles flying across the upper windows. And then you're seeing kind of what's happening on the lake through the lower windows. So yeah, we just really wanted as much glass facing the lake as possible. We can open that up and basically bring the outside in. And it allows this amazing access point to go outside, have the outside feel like it's inside. The lake, it truly is like our focus. That's why we're here. Water and lakes, to me, I think there's a calming effect to it. I think just being by water. I love the visual, just being able to sit and watch the lake.
It's just so natural to be by water.
The house was a really thoughtful process in terms of design. How are we going to use the lake, how we're going to function in the home as a family, and with friends, and all of the things that were important to us. The entryway wasn't necessarily a focal point when we were designing it, but it kind of evolved into something that was kind of cool. We've got some surfboards on the wall, and I think it just kind of shows you, like, as you're walking in, it gives you kind of that feel for what the rest of the house is going to do. The office space sits by the entry. And there was a little bit of design consideration as I was thinking that the office should face the lake. Our daughter trumped that and ended up with a lake bedroom. We also share that office, so that's fun.
The office space was completed for Doug's space. He lost the battle of having the office in Annika's room, which faces the lake. I wanted it to be a bedroom. It just made sense to me. And after the house was finished and we were moving in, he questioned where I was gonna office. And so I kind of snuck into Doug's office.
Being able to work from home allows us to enjoy our space more often. But it also allows for some of these things like the morning ski set or the afternoon surf set where we can break away for an hour and go enjoy what we like to do.
We have 3 different areas for us to keep all of our equipment, whether it's summer, winter, just coming in from school. We have lockers for every zone. Part of that is just to keep the clutter at bay. But a lot of it is just accessibility. So we have the water area where we have a little mud room and we have towels, sunscreen, all the things you need to be outside. And then in the garage is for soccer, mountain bike, tennis, all the kids' stuff that does not need to come in the house and it can just stay out there. And then a mudroom for school stuff.
Hey kids, how was your day?
Good.
What do you guys want to do this afternoon?
We're talking about going surfing.
That sounds great, let's do that. It is a phenomenal playground outside of our back door. We've got the sailboat, paddle boards,
2 jet skis,
a ski boat,
and a water trampoline.
and a surf boat. So we've tried to do everything here and make everything as accessible as possible.
You guys have sunscreen on, right?
Yeah.
So it's truly like, hey kids, you want to go surf? In 5 minutes, we're on the water, starting that activity.
My goal in life is to have the kids feel what I felt growing up, just to have that love for the lake and the love for just being able to go out at any time with their friends and jump in or fish or get on a jet ski.
Just try to inspire a love of the outdoors and outdoor activities. Moving here was definitely a part of that. How are we going to raise our kids? What are we going to expose them to? And so we were fortunate to kind of find this community and this lake where we could do that while still integrating our kids in good schools and being able to work and function in a community. I think the kids, truly enjoy spending time with us as well as their friends on the lake. Just either family time or time with friends is usually revolves around some sort of lake activity.
And they don't have the excuse when we tell them to get off a screen and get outside to say that they have nothing to do because they need to just look outside.
The boathouse design was kind of unique because we were able to put it really close to the water while also kind of tucking it into the hillside. So from the house, you really can't see it. But from the lake, you have all of the access and availability for all of your gear. We put it on the side where the boats are located, so we could come out the side of our house, walk right down to the boathouse, grab all of our stuff, and head right onto the boat. And then the bonus of the boathouse is that we were able to put a deck on top of it to kind of capture, like the sunset view or just like another hangout space on the lake. Everybody go? Here we go. Being on the water, it was important for us to teach them, kind of everything that was available to them and everything that we grew up doing. So, it was important for them to learn how to water ski, learn how to wakeboard, surf, learn how to sail, just because we've got this accessibility to it all.
Okay.
All right, who's first? Oh, Annika's first.
Yeah.
The family, we've always had a lot of focus on adventure, like the word adventure and then truly getting out and doing things. So being able to go out and experience life, I don't think there's like a good life lived behind a screen. And for these kids, it's tough to pull them away from that. So you kind of have to trump that with something that's way better.
The family motto is if you stop adventuring, you die. We created that a couple years ago. The kids did.
The kids have probably gravitated mostly to wake surfing.
The problem with skiing is you have to get up early, and kids don't typically like to wake up at 6 in the morning to go out and ski.
Yeah, Ani, peel out. Our son, when he was younger and first learned how to slalom ski, we would go out and ski, and then he would wake up while we were out there, and then we would just see him standing on the end of the dock with his little slalom ski just waiting for us. I would love it if they got up and came with us. I mean, you know, it's something that I love to share with them, but, you know, they've got their thing too. It's fantastic. You know, our goal is to try to, you know, at least expose our kids to the stuff we like to do, and then if they take to it, like, it's so much better. So, you know, we've been very fortunate, I think, for them to take to that and to like it enough to want to spend time with mom and dad. I would not consider us a fishing family. But our son definitely has taken to fishing. Pretty fun day, huh? He loves casting off the dock. He's got a really good friend that he's been fishing more with that is from a fishing family. What did you catch last time out here?
A bass.
He kind of just took to it on his own. So that's kind of fun to see too. Just having the lake outside, he took advantage of that and created this love for fishing.
Well, this is what I caught like the 2-pounder on.
Were you in shallow or were you out deeper?
I was right out there.
Right there? So he's teaching me to fish.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I'm awful.
I saw a northern come right up here one time.
Yeah, see if you can drag one in from there. I think we need to try to catch up as a family. So yeah, he's definitely taken to that. I see that being something that drives him forward as far as the lake life as well. One of the truly special aspects of our life here in this town and being on a lake is the friendships that we've built, the circle of friends that we have, that our kids have. And so, you know, it's not uncommon for people to just stop by or for us to stop by a friend's house and enjoy a bonfire or go out on the lake and hang out. So it truly is like a community of friends and people that enjoy doing the same thing. So I think that's probably what we enjoy the most about, you know, like our life here is like, yeah, it's our life and we're building this with our children. Our kids are living our dream,
They are
right?
living our dream.
And we remind them of that quite
Often.
Yeah.
So who's all going to the game on Thursday?
Like everyone?
Being able to live on a lake versus maybe having a cabin up north allows us access to what we want to do on a daily basis. So we don't have to like wait for a Friday to drive up north. We've got it out of our backyards all the time. So whether it's a 6 a.m. ski set or surfing at sunset, we can do that every day of the week.
That looks so pretty. Good job, Ani. All right, should we go outside and watch the sunset on the boathouse?
Yeah.
Should we go find out what Ani and Mommy are doing? Maybe catch the sunset?
Yep.
All right. We try to catch every sunset, but like, you know, truly if somebody's like, hey, it's sunset time, or we aren't too wrapped up in the rest of our daily lives or whatever's going on with the kids, we absolutely make an effort to go outside, sit down.
So pretty.
The top of the boathouse serves as a deck as well, and I think what we found, it also gives us the best view of the sunset.
It's also the only spot for shade in the middle of the afternoon, so that's a great nap spot for us.
Great nap spot. Sunsets are important for us. It's just a way for us as a family to kind of gather outside, close out the day. Sunsets over the lake are beautiful. They're truly amazing, and you get all of these colors and just a great reflection point on being where we're at, why we're here. You guys had fun at school. Mommy and I went and skied, did some work. Did you guys learn anything today?
No.
As parents, you kind of want the house where all the kids come to, and I think that we've done a pretty good job with that. The house is truly an extension of how we live our life. And how we use the outdoors. Prior Lake has definitely been a good spot for us because it's where we have started our family, got married, had our children, and then built this amazing community of friends that all have the same interests, which, you know, kind of stem from the lake.
We've created a home that we truly love. I can't imagine being anywhere else.